to the limit and live large in history. Sword slash, shields clash, the falcon always soars. To repel the Saxon ingress, we Celts ride on forth to recapture Catraeth fort in our lands to the old north. A horde of Germanic invaders mass our northern land. The painted folk, the Picts, join us to make their stand. So come remake our stand. We're roaring in thunder, the horns of battle sound. Here's the hill we die on, we'll always stand our ground. We're here just for a moment, our short life a mystery. We push it to the limit and live large in history. Sword slash, shields clash, the eagle always soars. Follow our fearsome leader, the wolf of the watershed. He wore a crown of amber upon his wolfskin head. Although his shield was pierced, Catraeth leads the field. The wolf was felled in battle, and still he did not yield. Still he did not yield. We're roaring in the thunder, the horns of battle sound. Here's the hill we die on, we'll always stand our ground. We're here just for a moment, our short life a mystery. We push it to the limit and live large in history. Sword slash, shields clash, the raven always soars. Seafolk, our noble champion, a giant amongst men, laughs and goes down swinging while landing 9 or 10. Monmouth, Argyle king, rode hard on his steed, was cut down in battle, but he made those Saxons bleed. He made those Saxons bleed. We're roaring in the thunder, the horns of battle sound. Here's the hill we die on, we'll always stand our ground. We're here just for a moment, our short life a mystery. We push it to the limit and live large in history. Sword slash, shields clash, the dragon always soars.
Celts survive. Prince Conan, the swordsman, he barely escapes alive. Aneirin, warrior bard. I'm no longer free. I write the song of the fallen, the 363. 363. We'll battle in the future as we battled in the past, ever building our sand castles, even if we know they will not last. The wheel of time is turning, and we paid a heavy price. But you have a song to sing now with the poets of Catraeth. Swords, shields, the spirit always soars.
You're welcome here, my friends. Drink your fill in the halls of the Cynic.
363 Celts is a metal song inspired by the Battle of Catraeth and the Welsh poem Gododdin, written around 600 AD, a tale of doomed heroism and retold with galloping riffs and battle fury. Well, it had to be heavy metal, didn't it? And if Welsh poetry has a birth certificate, Gododdin would be it. But like any good story told by a skeleton, the timeline is a bit dusty. 363 Celts is inspired by Gododdin, the earliest surviving Welsh poem. Composed by the bard Aneirin around 600 AD, it immortalizes the Battle of Catraeth in northern Britain. Indeed, it's also the earliest surviving British poem. It is widely cited as the oldest surviving vernacular poem from the entire island of Britain, predating major works like Beowulf in its oral or initial composition. Here we see a tribal coalition. The 363 Celts weren't just from one place, they were a strike force of the elite. While the expedition was organized by King Munathog at Dean Eden, Edinburgh, the warriors themselves came from several allied kingdoms. The Gododdin, the primary tribe, descendants of the Roman-era Gododdini, based in Lothian. Gwynedd. The poem explicitly mentions a contingent of warriors who rode all the way from North Wales to join the fight. Elmet and Rufoniog, allies from the Brythonic kingdoms in what is now Yorkshire and northeast Wales. Pictland. Even warriors from the far north joined this fellowship to halt the Angle advance. The Bond of Cymru. In 600 AD, the word didn't refer to a border on a map. It came from the word Cambrogi, meaning fellow countrymen or brothers in arms. These men from Edinburgh, Wales, and Yorkshire didn't see themselves as different nationalities. They saw themselves as a single people. The Cymru, bound by a shared language and a common enemy. The Heroic Vow and the Price of Mead. The poem centers on a tragic, heroic contract. These 363 gold-torqued warriors feasted at the king's hall for a full year. In Celtic law, this was the paying for the mead. By accepting the feast, they were honor-bound to fight to the death. They rode to Catraeth knowing the odds were slim as all hell, choosing to fulfill their oath of brotherhood, Cymru, rather than retreat. Considering that, maybe I should have another look at my beer prices in the old saloon. Yes, there is a J.R.R. Tolkien, Lord of the Rings connection. This specific long defeat, the nobility of a lost cause where heroes stand their ground even when they know they will fall, was the blueprint for Tolkien's world. This specific brand of doomed heroism the noble choice to stand your ground against impossible odds, was a massive influence on J.R.R. Tolkien. He modeled his elvish language, Sindarin, on the sounds of Welsh, and drew on the spirit of the Gododdin to create the defiant, ancient culture of Gondor. He mirrored the Gododdin's defiant brothers-in-arms spirit in the culture of Gondor, where men from distant lands unite to hold a crumbling front against a rising shadow. Speaking of which, it's time to go make the wraiths some breakfast. Hope you didn't mind me rambling on. I find the long dead very interesting, and good conversationalists. So long, partner. See you next time.
Thanks for coming, lads. Enjoy the other world. Mead's on me.